Welcome.
Hello, my name is Ida and I am 6 years old. I was born in Senegal, a country full of life and vibrant colours, but my story is tinged with pain, struggle and sacrifice. My life has not been an easy path, rather it has been a series of battles against fate, a fate that, when I was just a little girl, seemed sealed. I didn't think I would survive. In my small body, I carried more than just my swollen legs. I carried an entire world of anguish, rejection, and loneliness. When I was barely 2 years old, my legs began to swell without warning. A terrible condition called elephantiasis started to take control of my body. Every step was torment. Every movement felt like an impossible burden to bear. My legs grew ceaselessly, swelling with painful intensity as my body struggled to adapt to this new weight. The children in my village, who had once been my friends, began to drift away from me. They stopped playing with me. They walked away without even looking me in the eyes. They whispered among themselves about my legs, about how they had changed my appearance, about how strange I looked. Soon those whispers behind my back turned into cruel shouts, and they gave me a nickname, the girl with elephant legs. At first I didn't understand why they laughed at me. I just wanted to be a child like everyone else. But as time passed, those laughs became a thorn in my heart. Each burst of laughter pierced me like a dagger, a pain deeper than that of my own legs. Every night I lay down crying, wishing that when I woke up I could be like any other girl. A girl who could run, jump, play and dance, who could do everything other children did. But no, that was not my reality. My fate seemed marked, a dark shadow that pulled me away from the life I so desperately dreamed of. I felt like a stranger in my own world, like a spectator condemned to watch from the sidelines while others enjoyed the joy of living. I was an invisible being, trapped in a body I could not understand, and even more cruelly misunderstood by others. The only person who seemed to understand me was my mother. She, with her unconditional love, tried to heal my pain with her music. Every morning, during our family devotions, she sang. Her voice, soft and warm, was like an embrace that wrapped around my soul, protecting me and making me feel like I wasn't alone. She would tell me, Ida, singing heals the soul. When life becomes too heavy, when the weight of your days is unbearable, let your heart sing, and it will carry you through everything. Singing with her became our special moment, the space where sadness and pain disappeared for a while, where only hope existed. In those brief moments, I felt that I could be happy, that not everything was lost, that I could still dream. But my life was far from easy, and tragedy struck again when I was 4 years old. One night, the peace of our village was shattered. A group of violent raiders attacked our home, leaving chaos in their wake. Screams, frantic footsteps, the crackling of burning houses, everything was confusion. My siblings, in a desperate attempt to save our lives, took my parents' hands and ran, but I couldn't follow them. My legs, slow and aching, wouldn't let me move forward. While everyone fled, I was left behind, trapped in my own body. Amid the panic, I fell into the basement of our house. I crawled under an old wooden table, seeking protection in the shadows. I covered my ears, trying to block out the terrifying sounds above. The hours passed like an eternity. Fear consumed me, anguish invaded me, and uncertainty enveloped me like a thick fog. Finally, the noise stopped. When I dared to leave my hiding place, I found devastation. My home no longer existed. My parents were gone. My family had vanished into the darkness. Only emptiness remained, the emptiness of absolute solitude. My 2 brothers found me the next day. Their tear-streaked faces told me that they had lost everything too, but they promised they wouldn't leave me. They promised to take care of me. Despite everything, I felt that something inside me had shattered forever. Life became harder than I had ever imagined. My brothers worked tirelessly to provide the little they could, but life was not kind to us. The children avoided me. The parents whispered behind my back. Strangers looked at me with disdain, as if my legs were a curse that should be hidden. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere, that I was destined to live in the shadows of indifference. Then something even worse happened. My brothers, unable to take care of me, made a decision that broke me. They didn't have the resources to feed us all, so they made the painful choice to abandon me on the street. They thought that someone else might take pity on me and give me what they could not. They left me alone in the cold indifference of the world. I stayed there, terrified, alone in the vastness of the city. Every day I sat on a busy street corner begging passers-by for help, but no one stopped. My legs ached from sitting on the ground, the pain becoming more unbearable each day. But the physical pain was nothing compared to the suffering of my soul. Every day I felt more lost, more invisible. Then, one day, a spark of hope appeared in my life. I remembered my mother's words, "Singing heals the soul." And I decided to do it. I began to sing with all my heart, not caring if anyone listened or not. My voice, broken and fragile, echoed through the streets, carrying with it all the sorrows, hopes, and dreams I had kept inside me for so long. And, miraculously, something changed. People started looking at me, not as the girl with deformed legs, but as the girl with the beautiful voice. They placed coins in my hands, they smiled at me, and sometimes they even stopped to listen. For the first time in a long time, I felt seen. I was no longer invisible. 9 months later, something happened that I never imagined. A fancy car stopped beside me. An older woman with kind eyes and a gentle smile stepped out. "I've heard about you," she said. "They say there is a girl with big legs who sings like an angel. I had to see for myself." She knelt, gently touched my leg and smiled at me. "These legs don't define you, dear. You are beautiful just as you are." Those words, so simple yet so powerful, left me breathless. No one had ever spoken to me like that before, and to my surprise she hugged me. For the first time in years I felt the warmth of human affection. It was the first hug I had received in so long. The woman opened the car door and said, "Come with me. I was once like you, a good doctor changed my life, and now I help others like us." Her words filled my heart with a hope I had never imagined. In that moment, something deep inside me changed. The treatment started just a week ago, but I can already see the results. My legs are improving and, most incredibly, my heart is healing too. Hope, that powerful force, has lifted me, and I can finally see a future. Tonight, I want to share with you the song that has been playing in my soul, a song of gratitude for divine protection, for the kindness of the woman who saved me, and for the hope that has allowed me to keep going. To all those who feel lost, forgotten, or broken, I want to tell you that you are not alone. God has a plan for you. No matter how difficult life may be, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. Because, as my mother said, singing heals the soul. And today, at last, I know that singing has healed mine.
When the night was dark and cold and the pain was far too much, I cried out, wondering where you'd be. But in the silence of my fear, your gentle voice was always near, whispering, "Child, I'm here, trust in me." Oh, I rise upon your love, held by hands from up above, even when the road is steep and long. Through every tear I've cried, you have been right by my side. Your promises are the hope that my soul can hold. Though the world may turn away and the storms refuse to stay, you're the shelter where my heart can rest. Every step I take, you guide me. Every burden you divide me. Your faithfulness has carried me through the test. Oh, I rise upon your love, held by hands from up above, even when the road is steep and long. Through every tear I've cried, you have been right by my side. Your promises are the hope that my soul can hold. To the broken and the lost, to the ones who've paid the cost, let me tell you this: love is stronger than the pain. There's a light that never dies, a mercy that will rise. God is with you, He will call your name again. Oh, yeah, be lifted by His love, held by hands from up above, even when the road is steep and long. Through every tear you shed, He will stand right by your side. His promises are the hope that your soul can hold. Thank you, Lord, for every letting go of me.
Thank you from the depths of my heart. This song is not just a melody, it is the reflection of my story, my pain, but above all, my hope. I am grateful to God for holding me through my darkest moments, to the woman who reached out when I needed it most, and to every person who has believed in me, who has seen beyond my legs and listened to my voice. Today, standing here, singing for you, I know that I am not alone, and I want those who hear me to remember this. No matter how difficult life may seem, there is always hope. There is always a reason to keep going. Singing has healed my soul, and I hope it touches yours as well. Thank you.